How's everybody feeling today? Hope you guys are feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm off today, but I came here to do you a little video just to give you some insight on some questions that I've been having from people over the years asking about what is the difference between Brazilian hair, Peruvian hair, all these kinds of hair types. So I just want to dive into that real quick. So as I said before, I wanted to get into this quick little video to talk about the different origins of hair. What are they and what difference do they make when you are trying to purchase hair to either use for yourself or to have for your customers? So my name is Kim and I'm the owner of Fifth and Harlow Boutique in Atlanta, and I am also the Millionaire Beauty. Boop, 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 boop. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you guys to 1 million and beyond. You know, whatever God has for you, that's what he has for you. So I say starting at 1 million and go up, okay? By giving you tips, by giving you tricks, by giving you things that I've learned over these last, 24 years. 24 years, okay? So let's get into it real quick. Now, like I said, I've been having questions about what is Brazilian hair? What difference does it make? Is there even a thing? I have been doing and learning about hair extensions, but really like learning about hair extensions for the past like 11 years. I know about around 2012, I really started to get into it, but just by like researching and trying to see what was out there so that I could offer my clients really good hair that I could either color, that I could style without it getting stuck to my curling irons, or something that even they could just wear and not have to worry about it getting messed up, tangled, you know, melting. I had some hair melt. I had some hair literally melt and start smoking in the rain. It wouldn't stop smoking. So like, I'm so over it. Or the hair that smells like corn chips. Yes, it's really good hair, but why does it smell like corn chips? Nobody wants to smell like, you know, must in corn chips. But now after I have done the research and I kind of have learned a lot of different things, I know why it smelled like that. I know why hair melted. I know why when you get ready to lighten the hair beyond anything that's like a dark orangey color, which is like a level red orange. So you know, as you're breaking down that pigment, I've learned a lot of things. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is what is the difference between Brazilian hair, Peruvian hair, Cambodian hair, Indian hair, all these hairs. So here's a little handy dandy swatch. Now this swatch is just like a generalized swatch, okay? This swatch has different colors on it, but it has different textures. So this one is like a jerry curly texture. This one is what is considered by most companies your deep wave texture. Okay. This one is by some companies, your water wave texture. And once these haven't been wet, so usually you should always wet your swatches if you are trying to show them to your customers. Just a little side note, this one's straight out the package, okay? But this is kind of like, this would be considered your water wave texture. This one would be considered by some companies, not all, your loose wave texture. Here, you're kind of used to seeing it come in a swirly bundle like that. This is a very popular texture here. People love to get this if they know they want to wear their hair straight or curled. People love to get body wave. They love body wave. So that's body wave. Now this is one that is considered to be your kinky straight texture because it has the kind of mimics what your hair would be in its blown out state. If you're like a 4B, 4C kind of person, this is kind of what your hair would be like, and it's more dry, but it kind of mimics that. Now some companies have this. This is called Yaki Straight. Now see how this texture looks? Yaki Straight has the See that texture in there? This mimics more of a relaxed state. Ugh, what is that, girl? Get your neck together. This mimics a relaxed state right here. So like if you had a relaxer, you blew your hair out probably, and you flat ironed it. This is kind of what mimics that. Now this one is one that most people will order, even if they have a 4B, 4C hair texture. But this is really good for people that have any kind of straight, loose kind of hair curls or no curls. Just, you know, your natural straight hair, whether you're European descent or African descent or Indian or whatever, they will choose a natural straight. Natural straight is more silky. Okay, that's your natural straight. So what did I just talk about? Out of all of these things, what did I just talk about? Did I talk about origins? Did I talk about textures? I talked about textures. Okay, right. I talked about textures. Now, textures are what I said, whether you want it to be this kind of curl, this kind of pattern, whatever kind of pattern. These are textures. But what the questions would be is, do I need to get Brazilian hair? Do I need to get Peruvian hair? Do I need to get Cambodian hair, Indian hair, Malaysian hair, or European hair? So, Brazilian hair, based on what I learned over 10, probably 9 years ago from a very, very super vendor. I call him a super vendor because he had a super large factory. He took me in. He showed me everything that he had. He was actually very forthcoming with information because he had nothing to hide. He serviced celebrities. He said he even showed me the book of everybody that he's done things for. That was then, though, so I'm not saying he does it now, but that was then. There were celebrities of European descent, you know, Asian. He's an Asian man. There even was Beyonce, and, you know, like with the nice full hair. So that doesn't mean that she just, you know, always uses him. That just means that people use somebody for whatever they need. And the reason that he was telling me about all of these type of things was because the hair that he had was full from the root to the tip. It was double drawn hair, and the textures, you know, the fiber of the hair, like our hair strands, was very nice. So the ladies who were starting to get into hair extensions that were just, you know, your typical client, not necessarily your African-American client, because some African-American clients have been wearing extensions, whatever quality, for a while. But then I had a Caucasian client years ago, and she came in complaining in a way because she was confused as to why she was given this type of hair for this amount of money, and the hair just wasn't good. And basically somebody ran some game on her. I told her, just because she didn't know. But it's good to know. It's good to be informed. And now you really can't go wrong with most hair. There's so much information out there that you can learn everything. But I educate my clients, and I'm educating you in case you don't know, because it's still super confusing. So Brazilian hair, from what I was told, or Peruvian or whatever, there's not Brazilian hair. What it is that when they say Brazilian hair or Peruvian, they are saying that this type of extension, for instance, let's just say I'm gonna go to this I'm gonna go to the natural straight, because most companies don't have the yaki straight. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the natural straight. All right, so I'm gonna go here. Now, what is supposed to say, for instance, if somebody says, I have Brazilian hair, okay, they're gonna say, I have Brazilian straight. Let me get 2 bundles of Brazilian straight. What they're thinking is Brazilian hair for I guess for the majority of Brazilians, or, you know, whatever, is that when you wash your hair, blow dry it, flat iron it, your hair should mimic that of someone from Brazil. Or if you buy Cambodian hair, actually that doesn't go. But Brazilian hair should be more smoother in texture, especially when it's blown out and flat ironed. That's just what they're saying. I know the world is different. I know everybody's hair is made up of a whole bunch of things, but back then the term stuck because it's supposed to mimic what happens when somebody blow dries their hair straight or smooth. If you have Peruvian hair, people from Peru, South America, supposedly the strands are a little fuller, a little more dense, a little more coarse. Now, I've had Peruvian clients, and their hair strands mimic that of, like, say, I'm not going to say biracial. I'm just going to say, like, a strand of hair that has a little more oomph to it, like it has a little more coarse. And coarse doesn't always mean kinky. Kinky is a texture. Coarse means the diameter of the strand of your hair, okay? For instance, say I have this pin. This could be a coarse strand, okay? Say I have this sewing needle, all right? This sewing needle could be your medium to fine strand. Okay, maybe you can see it right here. Let's do it like this. This could be my medium to fine strand. This is my coarse strand. See the difference? So when I flat iron my hair here, I want to choose something that would be like Peruvian. I want to have heavy, more density. I want to have a little bit more texture. And I'm not saying their hair is all like this, but the strands are just like sometimes fuller, okay? Now, if my hair is more fine or medium fine, or if I have a relaxer and my hair turns out to be more, you know, medium in texture or in my strands, I want to choose a natural straight, okay? I want to choose this because when I flat iron my hair or, you know, finish out my style, I want it to blend. So that's what they're saying when they're talking about Brazilian hair, Peruvian hair. At least that's what I was taught, and I've gone by that. Like, why not listen to someone who has a super huge showroom, who had people all in the seat, who sells to millions and millions of people? He had nothing to lose. You know, he didn't have to lie. Baby, we ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Now, let's talk about, like I said, when people say Brazilian, Peruvian, Cambodian, Indian, Burmese, what's some other ones? You guys, drop them in the comments. There's a whole bunch. And then you get into your European side, which will usually be your Russian hair. Now, first let's start here. There's not many Europeans that are donating their hair, hence the price of the hair, okay? There is more, and this is what I was told, so we're not being mean or rude. He told me this, and it's true. There's more Asians who donate their hair, whether it be on purpose or by default. When I say by default, there was a study done back like years ago where Glamour, I think it was Glamour magazine, but if I'm wrong, I feel like it was Glamour magazine because I always remember this. But it was a study done. They went to do this journey to go just see, like, where is this hair coming from? Where were we getting the majority of our hair? Like companies like G-Links or say like your highest vendor, down to like trickle down to your commercial hair, to your beauty supply stores. When the people of this certain village were growing their hair for years, from the little girls, little babies, all the way up to adulthood, they would make sure that their hair was literally like washed in juices and berries, okay? Juices and berries. Because they wanted this hair to be pure. They wanted their hair to just be untouched, unscathed. They would go and do this pilgrimage, okay? And they would go to the temples, okay? And they would go and they would pray and they would worship and they would do everything. And what their hair was, what they would get it shaved off into these big vats of, you know, baskets. They were doing this in sacrifice to their God. They were doing this as a form of sacrifice, as a form of consecration, as a form of, you know, faith and purity. They didn't care from what some of them were interviewed. Now, I don't know if everybody was interviewed, but some of them were interviewed, and they did not care that the hair did end up being used for capital gain, okay? Because what their thing was, you know how people say, you know, if somebody prays for you or you have good intentions, whatever I give you the money for, I am thinking it's for good intentions. What you choose to do with it is on you and your God, okay? So that's what they were doing. They were donating or sacrificing it to their God, and, you know, it was done from there. They know they did their part, whatever happened after that. Now, what was supposed to happen was the hair was shaved into these, you know, and it was put into these baskets, okay? And the money that they were, when the people would clean it, you know, put it together, you know, make the bundles, whatever they were doing with it. And it goes from like G-Links all the way down to like I said, from the highest vendor of what you would think is high quality vendor all the way down to the lowest, and not saying it's bad, but to like the lowest, like to your, just your regular store hair. Like maybe even to that pack of hair that used to be like, y'all remember $8 pack of hair? Y'all remember like $12 pack of hair? It will go down to there. Now that's usually like the remnants. That's usually like whatever's left. But like your highest quality would go to the largest companies and trickle on down. Now some of that money was supposed to be circulated or redistributed back into the community. So in a way, if they were doing it right, it was okay. Because the people were doing what they set out to do, and then the community was doing what it set out to do by, you know, I guess just not letting the hair go to waste. So maybe that's where you get your temple hair from. And the temple hair is usually supreme quality hair, okay? I have temple hair, but I say because it's raw hair and hair that has been unprocessed. It has no chemicals. It's just been cleaned, but not with that strong smell, which is where the corn chip smell used to come from. Or if some hair, I don't have hair that smells like corn chips. But if somebody has that, it's because they use a chemical to clean the hair, to, you know, sanitize it, because it has to be sanitized. So like everything's not bad, you guys. It's just the way that someone goes about it. All right. So like I said, Brazilian, Cambodian, raw temple hair, all of this hair. All right. Brazilian hair, like I said, Peruvian hair, there's not many people that are growing or able to grow that much hair to be able to be donated. So much to have enough supply for the demand. So mostly it is Asian hair. Then you get down into which country, where is the hair coming from in Asia? And then you go into another trickle down. All right, so say I know that it's coming from Asia. And we're going to stop worrying about if it comes from Asia. It comes from Asia. Everything you use pretty much comes from Asia or Africa. And Europe, but Asia, Africa, Europe. Let's get over it, okay? So you use it. It is what it is. Now, what we want to know is when it still trickles down. It trickles down. So if you got say somebody goes to India, like I have a client, her family member was in India going to school there. He saw all these vendors. He was like, Auntie, I'm going to get you this kind of hair. She said, send me the pictures. He sent her the pictures. They talked to the person, whoever was the nicest, you know, like very professional person. That's who he went with according to what she wanted to pay. Now, when I see the hair, I'm like, ooh, it's okay. It's okay. Now, is it bad? No. But, you know, he was literally right there. It cost the Indian hair cost what you would have paid for Brazilian hair. Not expensive, okay? But not cheap, but not expensive. So like it did what it had to do. It came and it gave what it had to give. It still works. Would I color it? No, I'm not gonna lighten it because I don't think that it's gonna hold up too well if I lighten it past like a brown, but I'm not gonna, she doesn't want it colored. See, so you see what I'm saying? Get hair that works for you. But my point is when somebody says Indian hair, is it high quality Indian hair? I have raw Indian hair. I have South Indian temple hair. It is raw, unprocessed hair. It has just been cleaned. Any textures that I have, like the natural wave, which is mostly derived it from there, but it's not very popular. Mostly it's going to be straight, right? I have had some Indian clients that did have a slight wave to their hair, but it's mostly going to be like a, you know, straight hair texture. So natural wave is not very easily come by, neither is curly. Just like, you know, just like us, we all have different hair textures. Sometimes some people have more of like a kinky, coily kind of hair, but we have tons of textures. So that's the same in India. That's the same in Asia. You get people with different hair textures. Same in Europe. You know, I have Russian clients that are not blonde. That doesn't mean that they're supposed to be blonde. That means people are made up of different things. Where is the hair coming from? Is it sourced from one vendor? Is it sourced from one source? Is your vendor getting the hair themselves? Are they, you know, going to get the hair cultivated, you know, clean it, make the wefts, the bundles, the eye-tips, the tapes? Are they, you know, creating the textures? You know how y'all see the videos of them like kind of laying it down, putting it in the little hair rod things and making the texture? Are they doing that, or do they outsource it? Because I have had some people that I found out they were actually outsourcing it. So like it was the main person, wherever they were getting it from, they were the middle person. Like I would be the second vendor. I would be the middle person. They were the middle person. So that made me the third party. Okay, they were getting it from somewhere else too, which means, okay, that could be okay, but now you got to dig even deeper. So you guys, like, there's so much that I could say, but just remember these things. Brazilian hair, Peruvian hair, any of those textures is not a very large texture, because it's not texture, origin. It's not a very large origin because not many people are donating their hair. So I would say scratch Brazilian, Peruvian, and all of that out of your mind. Just think of it as, what kind of client am I servicing? What is my potential customer? What type of hair do they have, and what type of hair do I want to have? Do I want to have hair that if I see them again or I do their hair, am I going to color it? Am I going to color it past a warm tone? Am I going to color it past a deep 27? Because all 27s are not the same, so keep that in mind. Or am I trying to get to 613s? Without having to just order blonde hair? In my opinion, you want to be 613. Perhaps if you got a lot of people that want to be 613, or you want a very clear color where you don't have to do a lot of lifting and then toning, or lifting and depositing, just order some 27s or 613s from your vendor. Don't keep putting the natural color hair through all that, because you're decreasing the longevity of the hair. Now, does it last? Yeah, my hair lasts. My Indian hair lasts. Now, the virgin hair that I have is extremely good quality. I mean, you guys, when I go and like get my life together this week and get my shelving and everything, you're going to see the thickness and the depth and the shine and the luxuriousness of this virgin hair. But am I going to color it to like a 613? Never, never, never. I'm not. If I want something that crisp, clean, clear, bright reds, deep, like bright oranges, pinks, and all these other colors, even nice blonde blends, I'm going to use hair that they have already colored, or hair that perhaps you got from a European vendor, Russian drawn hair, Russian double drawn hair, or like I said, temple hair that they have already colored, because they have these huge vats that they can do it in safely without the hair overlapping and laying in the solutions too long. Now all I have to do is get in there and do my thing. You know, I can just do my thing. You know, I can just do my thing. I don't have to muddy up the hair or, you know, constantly dip it through things, because now I'm decreasing the longevity. Now, let me know what you want to know about. What do you want to know next? Do you want to know about the best kind of hair for certain things? Do you want to know, like, what is a good vendor? What do you want to know? How to test the hair, like what's the best way. I'm pretty sure you guys would know that already. I mean, it's been like years since we've all been really getting into this hair thing. Like everybody wears hair extensions, no matter what your race, you know, ethnicity. You got hair, you don't have hair, it doesn't matter. Everybody wears it. But I just wanted to tell you guys that. And like I said, remember, when you see swatches or when you see these kinds of things, these are considered to be textures. All right, these are your textures. Brazilian, Peruvian, Indian, Cambodian, Malaysian, Vietnamese, Nicaraguan, you know, Russian, you know, I don't know what else there is. These are all origins, but most of these origins are non-existent and they are just labels. Most of the hair comes from Asia and or Europe, okay? As far as like who they're getting it from. So then you just want to remember or think about which level of hair do you want. Top quality, good quality. I would say don't get the iffy quality. Good quality or top quality, that's it. Good quality, like good, she can wear it for a year. She can do what she got to do with it. Or top quality, she can wear it for 2 years plus, as long as she takes care of it or he takes care of it. They can color it, you know, they can do some stuff, they can revamp it, they can do what they want. So think about that when you're looking for hair. I hope this video helped. Like I said, my name is Kim and I am the Millionaire Beauty. Follow me on Instagram at the Millionaire Beauty and follow my other page at 5th and Harlow Salon. I'm also on Facebook. I am not on there that much, but my salon stuff trickles over to that page. You can contact me. You can make appointments. If you need any classes, I teach MICROLINK classes. I teach tape-in classes, any type of hair extension classes. If you want to know anything, if you want to learn how to do hair like properly, you got some questions you want to ask. You're an up-and-coming hairdresser and you want to kind of see what it's like. I'm here. I like to give information. I love it, okay? And if you got anything you want to tell me, something that you've learned about wearing hair extensions or doing hair extensions, you know, drop them in the comments below. Like I said, follow my pages on Instagram, 5th and Harlow and the Millionaire Beauty. Okay, let me know that you watched the video. Let me know what you think. And you guys have a great day. Hair and wigs are available, but they're only at the salon right now. However, I can ship them to you. There's Indian hair, high quality temple hair. There's wigs, and wigs can be created for you as well. I deal with hair loss patients. Anybody that has an issue, just come see me. And we have virgin bundles. They are double drawn, high quality, and great density. You guys, y'all, we about to do this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we about to blow this industry up. There's $600 billion. Or is it million? It's slated, though, to be like over $6 billion in the next few years. So y'all gonna get in on this or you not? Like, you know, like what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? Join me on this journey. Make sure you follow me at the Millionaire Beauty. Have a lovely day.